Let's start with how to use two apps at one time. I want to watch YouTube and I want to browse the web at the same time. I'm going to swipe up at the home screen. I'm going to tap on the Google folder and go to YouTube. And I'm going to select this YouTube video here. I'm going to pause it. And now I'm going to hit the home button. And then I'm going to open up Google Chrome. And then I'm going to hit the home button. Next, I'm going to hit the recent apps button in the bottom left corner. Swipe over to YouTube. I want YouTube to be at the top of the screen. And I'm going to tap on the YouTube icon and tap on Open in Split Screen View. And now I'm going to tap on Google Chrome. Now I can play this video, let it run at the top, and now I can scroll through and I can do some shopping on the web or do some searching for deals, whatever. You'll have full access to your web browser while the video plays. Now this will also work in the landscape position as well. We can turn the phone this way and we can scroll through the web while that video plays. Now if you tap on the three dots in the center of the screen, you can switch, move the video here and the web here, just like this. We can also tap those three dots and hit the star, and we can save this app pairing to the home screen. Now, if I hit the home button, let's turn off the video. My pair is now saved to the home screen. I can always get back to that pair of apps simply by tapping on this icon. It'll open up and allow me to do my YouTube and browse the web at the same time. Number 2, let's go over how to keep your screen on longer so you don't have to touch the screen so often. Swipe down from the top of the screen, tap on the settings wheel in the upper right corner, go to display. From here, we're gonna swipe up to screen timeout. Now normally out of the box, it's gonna be set to either 15 or 30 seconds. I like to have it on either 2 minutes or 5 minutes. It just helps so you don't have to touch the screen so often. You can also turn on keep screen on while viewing, and this way the screen will monitor if you're looking at the phone, and if so, it will keep the screen on even longer than those 2 minutes. This is a super helpful tweak and you won't have to worry about touching the screen so often to keep it on. Number 3, on the right side of the phone, you'll have this little gray area, and when you swipe from the edge of the screen to the inside like this, it'll bring up what is called your app edge. And the app edge is a really cool menu that will allow you to set certain shortcuts to the apps that you use the most. All you have to do is tap on this little pencil, and this will allow you to drag or set specific apps that will show up in that menu. You'll notice that there is a little red minus in the left corner of all these apps, and by tapping that I can remove certain apps from this menu. And if you remove enough of them, it will become a single menu. So it just depends on how many apps you want to have set as a shortcut. You can go through and you can say, hey, I like to play chess. I want to add chess as a shortcut. And you know what? I often have to set alarms for work. I'm going to add my clock here, so I always have a quick shortcut to it. And at the top here, if you hit on the three dots, you can make some adjustments to that menu. So for example, you can turn off show recent apps, and you can also turn off the names of the apps for a cleaner look. Just depends on how you want it to look. And again, we're just gonna start from the edge of the phone and just swipe into the phone, and that's how you bring up this menu. Now, if you swipe again, so the menu is up, and I swipe left, it will bring up what is called your people edge. And the people edge are basically contacts that are on your phone. You can set a shortcut so you can get right to specific people that you tend to contact frequently. And if you hit the edit button, you can then go through a list and you can then add and remove people. Now I've had to blur out the names because I just don't want these people's names to be on the screen, but when you open it up on your phone, it will look the same and will allow you to simply just tap on the contact and it will add it right in to the menu for you. All right, So that is your people edge and your app edge. So far, if you found the video helpful, if you've learned something new, make sure you bump that like button down below. At the end of the video, I'm gonna ask you to let me know what was your favorite tip that I shared. So make sure before you exit the video, you at least leave a comment and let me know what your favorite tip was that I shared. Now next, I wanna go over how to customize your phone. And we're gonna long press on the home screen again. You go to Wallpaper and Style. This is simply how you change the background of the phone. You might have a picture that is saved on the phone that you want to change as your background. You can do that. You can tap on Change Wallpaper. You can look through all the stock wallpapers that come on the phone. You can look through your folders of pictures and things you have on the phone, and you can take one of your pictures and make it the background. Or you can go to Creative, and in Creative, you can actually use Generative AI, and you can create really nice, fresh, and fun wallpapers. Now here you'll find a list of some that have already been created. Or down here it says create something new. So I'm gonna pick a category to start. I'm gonna pick the lucent or translucent. And here I'm gonna pick a few keywords and I'm gonna create my own custom wallpaper just like this. Let's see, I wanna do, let's do eucalyptus, and let's change it to in cyan, and let's see what that generates. I'm gonna tap generate or generative, press I agree, give it a few seconds, and it's gonna create a brand new wallpaper that has never existed just from your keywords. Here we go, here's a few options here. Pretty cool. Now maybe you like this, but you want to make some tweaks. So all we're going to do is tap on our keywords and just make some changes. Now if we come back to the main screen here, we can pick a different category. Maybe instead of translucent, this time we pick painting. And we again change out any of these words that are highlighted will allow us to change them out for a different feel. So let's do a painting of a, let's see, I love beaches. And let's change the avant-garde to abstract. And for nothing else, let's change it to, no, actually I want to keep it as nothing else. Let's see what this generates. Generative, or excuse me, generate. I love the idea that you can create a wallpaper that's never existed and have something really fun and unique on your phone. As we scroll through, these are really poppy, really fun, very bright. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So look, I'm gonna tap on the set button and I can have it as my lock screen and home screen, or just my home screen, it's up to you. I think I'm gonna make it just the home screen wallpaper. Let's hit next. This is a preview of what it'll look like. We can hit done. And now, this is our brand new wallpaper. So a really fun feature that allows you to be creative and just create, you know, fun and exciting wallpapers. Next, let's go over a really cool new AI feature that is stock on all the new S24 models. This is called the Circle to Search feature. And with it, we can simply bring up a picture of anything and we can simply hold down on our home button like this. It'll bring up this menu and you simply circle the thing that you want Google to search for you and find. Give it a few seconds. And what we see here is this picture is an SSD bundle pack that is available at Newegg. And so here, if you're a fan of the show Lies of P, they made a special edition external SSD drive from SK Hynix. And so these are the options here. So I can tap on visit to go right to the website, and then it will take me right to that product. And guess what? Within a few taps, I can buy this product. Moving on, let's go over how to launch your camera quickly from any screen on the phone, even if the phone is asleep. This is called the Quick Launch Camera feature. You're gonna tap on the power button 2 times like this. By tapping the power button twice, it'll automatically launch the camera. This will also work even if the phone is asleep. And if you have a fingerprint or a password set on the phone, double tapping on that home button or that power button, will launch the camera and allow you to never miss those important moments. Now, if you're someone who doesn't take a lot of pictures and you say, hey, that's cool, but like, I don't take a lot of pictures, I really don't care about that feature, I would much rather that button be able to launch a different app for me. Well, that's what I'm gonna go over next. If we swipe down from the top of the screen, now, okay, I want you to just really quickly, in case you've missed this, when you swipe down, it's going to give you a different menu depending on if you swipe from the left of the camera or the right of the camera. If I swipe from the left, it looks like this. If I swipe from the right, it looks like this. So just keep that in mind. It will show you different things. If you swipe from the left, it's not going to show you the power button. From the right, it will show you the power button, which is right here. In case you didn't know, this is how you turn the phone off. But it also will take you to some additional settings, and the specific one I want to call out is the side button settings. And with this settings option, it will allow you to change what happens when you double tap on the power button. So right now it's set to open the camera, but if I switch it to open app, now I can have it launch a specific app when I double tap on that power button. So maybe you say, I would much rather it launch Instagram. Well, let's do it. Let's hit the home button now. Double tap that power button. And now it's gonna launch Instagram instead of the camera. So that's just another way to use that feature. If again, you're someone who really doesn't take a lot of pictures and you would rather it just launch a very specific app for you instead. Moving on, let's talk about how do you launch the Google Assistant on the Samsung Galaxy S24. Well, you used to launch it on previous models by holding down the home button. Not anymore. Now you swipe from the corner like this, and that will bring up your Google Assistant. Now it's up. I just need to tap on the microphone. It will start listening. Hey Google, can you set a timer for 2 hours? There you go. And now our timer is set. So you simply swipe from the edge of the phone. And if you notice, it works from the left or the right. Just swiping from the edge to the center of the screen. And now your Google Assistant is up. Now, I normally use the Google Assistant for the most basic things. I'm going to be totally honest. I use it for launching, timers for when I'm doing laundry. I use it for setting alarms for when I have to wake up early for a meeting, or I'll use it to check the score of a sports game, or I'll use it if I want to see, hey, when does this sports team play again? So I use it for very basic things, but I do want to show you this really cool thing you can use it for that most people don't even know. So watch this. Hey Google, can you remember my locker combination? It's 10, 12, and 33. So I just basically asked Google, hey, I want you to remember this for me so that, guess what? In a few months when I go to the gym and I haven't used my locker in a while, I will know what the combination is. Now watch this. Hey Google, what was my locker combination? And look at that. 10, 12, and 33. Now imagine using this for more useful things like, hey, your anniversary or your kids' birthdays or really important anniversaries. Obviously, these are things you can put on your calendar, but it's also another thing you can ask Google to simply remember for you, and then just ask it later, hey, what is this? And it will bring it up for you. So pretty cool. I've been using this a lot more. Next, let's go over what's called the one-handed mode, which will allow you to use the phone with one hand, and it shrinks the screen down and makes it easier to reach everything on the screen with one hand. So we're going to swipe down from the top of the screen, tap on the settings wheel in the upper right corner. We're going to go all the way up to advanced features. And then from here, we're going to go to one-handed mode. And I have mine currently turned on. and mine is set to button. And so what that means is when I tap my home button 2 times, it will switch to the one-handed mode, which makes it easier to reach everything on screen. Now, that may not work for all of you. You may like the gesture option better. Now with the gesture option, you simply swipe down on the home screen and does the same thing. Or not the home screen, excuse me. You swipe down on the home button, just basically swiping over the button like this. So either way, it's a really useful feature, and it will allow you when you're holding the phone to just reach things much easier. And when you're done, you just tap on the outer edge of the screen and it will take you out of the one-handed mode. Now, hey, if you haven't hit that like button yet, come on now. I know I've gone over something that you don't know yet, so make sure you hit that like button and show some love. I really appreciate it, and it will help the video get pushed out to more people. Next, I want to show you a tweak that's going to help you keep your phone moving nice and fast and smooth. This is going to be a device button that you're going to add on screen that's going to basically clear your RAM and anything running in the background of your phone. Take your finger, hold down the home screen for about 1 second. It's going to bring up these 4 menu options at the bottom here. We're going to tap on widgets. Next, we're going to swipe up and go to device care, which is right here. Tap on this drop down arrow. And you have 2 different options of how this can look. The cleanest way is to simply use this option here, which is you hold down on it, drag it to your home screen. And when you tap it, it will run a quick optimization on your phone, and then it will give you a pop-up. 1.7 gigs of memory freed up. Hold down the home screen and tap on, instead of wallpapers and style, tap on themes. And here we can look at themes that have already been created. Now, there's always an update the first time you open it, and I forgot to do that update, but normally it's really quick, so don't worry. We're already ready to go right back in, and now we can look through the wallpapers. And you'll look at just tons of pre-created themes. Now, one thing to note, there are themes, just wallpapers, there are icon packs, and there's always on clock. So there's a few different things you'll find in this section. What is the difference between a theme and a wallpaper? Well, a wallpaper is just a background for the phone. A theme will change everything on the phone, the colors. So let's say I select this theme right here. Watch as I scroll through. It's going to change my lock screen, my dialer, my text message screen, and my notification panel. Everything is going to change to that theme, even my keyboard. So the themes are really fun because it changes everything and it gives your phone a really fun and refreshing look. And if you're going for that, great. However, if you're looking for something a bit simpler, then just go with the wallpapers. Now, check this out. Let's go to wallpapers. And if you go to top and you go to all, you can change it to free. I always say, try to look through and see what's available free first before you spend money. You might find something you like and you won't have to, add any money. So I always check the free stuff first and then we kind of see what happens. I really like this option here. As I mentioned earlier, I like beaches. So that was a quick download. I could hit apply. I can add it to my lock screen and my home screen, or just my lock screen. I'm going to add it to both. This is a preview of what it'll look like. Hit done. And just that easy, now I have a new wallpaper on the phone. So this is a great place to look to customize your phone and just make it fun. Sometimes people buy the phones for their entire family, and so everybody has the same phone. It's hard to differentiate whose phone is whose. Well, this is how you kind of create that differentiation, is everyone having a different wallpaper or a different theme. Moving on, let's talk about the kids mode feature. When you swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, and you swipe left, tap on kids. This will take you into what is called the Samsung Kids app. This is a lockdown section of the phone where you can set a code, right? And then You can hand the phone to your kids and they will only have access to the apps that are in this section. So hey, you go to this section, you pass them the phone, guess what? They cannot just get out of it unless they know your PIN code. So this is a great way to occupy your kids, especially for the short term. Now there are some kid apps that are already built in here. Now I encourage you, open this up for the first time and set it up. You don't want to pass it to your kids and you haven't downloaded any of the games yet. So just hit the arrow and this will, you'll have to agree obviously to the Samsung store. You'll install. And for each one, you'll just simply hit install. They're very kid-friendly apps that they can play for just about any age. If you hit the three dots in the upper right corner, you can tap on the add and edit apps option. And this is great if there is a specific app that you want them to have access to that's not already here. Let me show you what this looks like. I'm going to hit the plus. And from here, let's say you add YouTube. Now, for you parents with young kids, I would encourage you to download YouTube Kids. Don't just put the regular YouTube app because there's just so much that they could stumble onto by accident. For the sake of the demonstration, I'm going to add YouTube. But for you guys, I strongly encourage you, just put in the YouTube Kids app. Some other apps I'd recommend are PBS Kids. There's so many great learning apps, ABC Mouse. You can have those preloaded and ready to go. So once they get in this section, they will be able to only access those apps you want them to be able to see. This cuts down on them making calls to people you don't want them calling, deleting important messages, or seeing things that are private that you don't want kids' eyes to see. All right. Now, when you're ready to get out of this section and back to the main screen, you hit the back button. It'll bring up into your PIN. You'll enter that PIN and you'll be out of kids mode. So very useful feature for you parents to be able to pass your phone to your kids and have that peace of mind that they're not going to mess up anything. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Thank you to those who stuck around to the end. If you haven't already done so, hit that like button down below. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I've made a few other videos around this phone too. So if you go to the comment section, you'll see as a pinned comment, you'll see our link that says Learn My S24. If you click on that, you can look at every single video I've created for this phone and continue to learn all that you can do on this phone. So you guys should consider picking up one of these really cool chargers. This is a charger that is portable. It'll pop right in the bottom of the phone. And these come in handy if you ever wake up and you've forgotten to charge your phone and you need to go out somewhere. You can simply plug this right into the charging port and this will help to charge up your phone while you're on the go. I keep one with me as a backup because sometimes you'll do different functions with your phone and the battery will just drain pretty quickly. So these little portable chargers are very helpful and they'll make sure your battery always has some life when you're on the go. You'll see a pop-up right here of where you can get one, and plain and simple, you need one. They're so helpful. Once again, hope the video was helpful, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what tip was your favorite. Always love to hear your comments and your feedback in the comments section. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and as always, have a good one.